Hi everyone, welcome back to the Infinite Lifetime Sutra. I'm your host Angelina. So for the past few episodes, we have completed 48 vows of the Infinite Lifetime Sutra from the vow number 1 to vow number 11. So today we're going to do vow number 12. Okay, the 12th vow. Let me read the text. 我这佛时，所有众生生我国者，远离分别，诸根即定。若不决定成等正觉，正大涅盘者，不取正觉。Okay, 我做佛时 that means the time when I become a Buddha, 所有众生 all beings, 生我国者 those who come to my pure land, 远离分别 stays away from distinguishing, okay, differentiation, 诸根即定 all the senses becoming really still, quiet, secure, 若不决定成等正觉 if they do not achieve this calmness, this stillness of all this into the enlightenment, 正大涅盘者 become somebody who is really a Buddha. Okay, 不取正觉 I will not get this, I will not become a Buddha. Okay, so Amitabha Buddha's vow includes everyone who goes to his Buddha land to become a Buddha themselves. Alright, so okay, so that was just some WhatsApp. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Okay, so when you look at that part, okay, that part about um not having a heart of differentiation, not having that kind of thought that will have separation, or that kind of thought that differentiates, distinguishes between things like big and small, right and wrong, left and front, left and right, front and back, good and bad, right? So that is differentiation. That is just the opposites. Okay, differentiation, the opposites. So when you think something is good, then another thing is bad, or the differentiation between a lower ranking and a higher ranking, your status, my status, your gender, my gender, your religion, my religion, okay? All these things are distinguishing factors, okay? Things that are separating us as humans, okay? In fact, you shouldn't even be separating between humans and animals, humans and other beings, because all beings go through the same six realms of existence. Okay, everyone is struggling, everyone is going through that phase where you need to be born, and then you need to grow mature, and then you need to be diseased, and then you need to die. So every single being, even those in the hungry ghost realm, okay, and even those in the upper realms, like the heaven worlds, okay, how do heavenly world beings feel about experience disease and death? Okay, give me a moment. Yes, I adjusted the camera a little bit higher. Okay, so what is um heavenly worlds? They too experience the birth, the maturity, the disease, and the death. But their experience is subtly different from ours. Okay, because we have a physical body, okay, and our body will experience the changes in our cells. Okay, some may experience things like the cancerous cells, or the mutation of cells, and thus it causes diseases. All right, so the changes in the body upon the maturity of the body, okay, certain cells they mature but they do not die, they do not dissolve so easily. They mutate, they change their structure, they become what some people call it as cancer. Okay, but for heavenly beings, they experience, okay, first of all, when they are born into their heavenly world, they have uh, place they call their house. Okay, they have their own house, and this house itself is beautiful with beautiful flowers. And if there are male and female in the heavenly worlds, okay, so the male and the female, they can be still husband and wife, but they do not experience the sexual intimacy like us humans, because we have a physical body, so there is a sexual act. But for heavenly beings, their intimacy is only the hugging. Okay, so they already feel that satisfaction, that kind of love is a pure kind of, is a purer kind of love. I won't say that it is the ultimate pure love, because ultimate pure love is the universal compassion, that you don't have any intrinsic desire, you don't have any lust or anything to it. But at least that one in the heavenly worlds, they it does not involve um, physical sexual penetrations like us humans. Okay, so when they mature, as they age, they stay around like teenage years. They continue to look very young. They continue to look very good. They are all very tall, like um if you think that the Korean and the Chinese actors and actresses these days are very beautiful, they are all so tall and so beautiful. You can imagine that in heaven they are even better looking than that. Okay? And they stay like they are in their teenage years. Look so youthful, look so beautiful, so bright, so radiant. Okay? Um but they too, okay, you have to understand, when they end up in the heavenly worlds, they are also subject to that kind of karma that brought them to the heavenly worlds. If let's say the karma that brought them to the heavenly worlds start to diminish, okay, because like us, we also, our lifespan is also due to the karma that brought us into this human realm, to become a human for a specific lifespan. Okay, so uh, this specific lifespan is actually based on the karma. So this karma of the heavenly beings, they have that karma to go up to either one of the levels of heaven. Okay, if they go to the highest level of heaven, after their extinguishing of that level, they can still go down to the next level and down to the next level until they come to our human world. Okay, but when they are up there, at the time when they start to experience what we call as the disease, you will see that the flowers of their home, okay? Remember earlier I have said when they reach their heavenly world, they'll have a house, and around the house there will be beautiful flowers, okay? And these flowers will continue to bloom. And then when it is near the extinguishing of their karma, in that heavenly world, the flowers will start to wither. Okay? And for the first time, this heavenly being will start to experience signs of old age. Okay? Signs like over here we have white hair, gradually um, there'll be wrinkles, right? There'll be changes to the physical form, like your hands or your palms getting more wrinkled. So for the first time, okay, the heavenly being, when it reaches that disease stage, okay, they don't experience the sickness like we do with our physical body, but they experience the decline, okay, the decline where they start to see the signs of aging. Otherwise, if it is not that time yet, they remain youthful, like 16, 18 years old. Okay? It is so beautiful, so bright, so glorious, so youthful, so beautiful. But at that disease stage, they start to experience the aging. the flowers start to wither. Okay, things start to, like, even their homes and everything, things start to look older. Okay, like it's getting aged. And that is how the heavenly being know that, oh, the time is almost ending for them to be at this heavenly world. Okay, um this is not a hearsay. Okay, this was a recorded conversation. Okay, in one of the Jataka stories, I can't remember which one. Okay, but it was in one of the Theravada Buddhist texts. So this Theravada Buddhist text, whenever the uh, not just the sutras that was being shared by our Amitabha Buddha to us humans, but also the revelation that when the Amitabha Buddha, when Sakyamuni Buddha shares the Dhamma talk during his time, not only humans are among the congregation, okay, non-humans, the heavenly beings, the bodhisattvas, of course, in the Theravada Buddhism, you don't really hear much mention of the bodhisattva, but in Mahayana Buddhism, you will see, even at the beginning of our Infinite Life Sutra, right, you see the host of the bodhisattvas that are here, great bodhisattvas, okay, you have the Manjusri, you have the Samattabhadra Bodhisattva, all the great bodhisattvas are here. Okay, so one of them will be Saka. Okay, Saka King. Saka King is the heavenly king. Okay, the one who, when in his past lifetime, okay, Saka King had asked 32 of his best friends, okay, together with him, was it 32? I can't remember. But his best friends told them, let's build the roads. Okay, because at that time, the place where they lived was very disorganized. Okay, it was disorganized. There were no proper roads. And so he said, let's build roads for the people. So they toiled, they worked hard, they paid for all the materials. Okay, they created a road. And then after that, they said, let's let the travelers travel in comfort. So they built water fountains, okay, places where there will be water for travelers so that they won't get thirsty. So because of this great deed, okay, selflessly doing this for the people, the leader became the king of the heaven, Saka king. Okay, and all those friends of his who participated in this, helping out in this, they too were reborn into the heavenly worlds. Okay, so this is the merits, how great the merit is. The more benefit of what you did to the people, the higher your merits, the higher you will go. Okay, so Saka became the king of all heavens, okay, of the highest level of heaven. So Saka King himself experienced, okay, when he was watching, when he was listening to the Dhamma talk, okay, in front of the Sakyamuni Buddha, he was listening to the Dhamma talk. At that time, he was experiencing the aging. Okay, he was experiencing the aging. But by the end of the Dhamma talk, because he has the intense concentration, he listened carefully to what the Buddha had said, he gained enlightenment. He became a Sotapanna or Sakadagami, I can't remember, but he gained sainthood. Okay, that means he had transcended from being a mortal. Okay, even if you are in the heaven, you're still within the six realms of existence, you are still a mortal. Okay, you have not reached any degree of Buddhahood, but he became a saint. Okay, Sotapanya, that means the first stage of sainthood, where you will still experience 7 lifetimes. before you become an arhat, okay, an enlightened one. Sakadagami, you experience 3 more lifetimes. Anagami, you experience 1 birth. And arhat, that means you have already been able to get out from the 6 rooms of existence. Okay, you won't be reborn. Either of these sainthood levels, you achieve any of these 4. Even if you're reborn, you won't be reborn into the lower realms of existence. That means you won't be reborn as animals, you won't be reborn as asuras, and you won't be reborn in the hungry ghosts or in the hell realms. Okay, you won't be able to go there. But you will still experience the birth. Okay, and if you are an arhat, you have transcended from the 6 rooms and you go into the 4 pure rooms. Okay, the 4 external rooms, I will call them the external rooms. Okay, because the 6 is the internal one, the 4 is the external one. The 4 external one, it will be a little bit harder because it will take you some time to get out into that single realm. Okay, 一真法界, that single realm of existence. That means that pure land that you are achieving. So pure land is not just Amitabha's pure land. Okay, there are many pure lands. You can have Vairocana's pure land. You can have Kashyapa Buddha's pure land. You can have a lot of Buddhas out there. Okay, so each one of them have their own pure land. So if you have transcended, gone beyond, okay, from these 4, you have gone beyond. That means you have reached that single realm of existence. You become a Buddha. Okay, so the single realm of existence is not caused by all this messy, continuous, circular karma. Okay, it is created by the merits. Okay, like if you were to look at Amitabha's Pure Land, okay, it is said in the scriptures, the beautiful flowers, the tree, the temple, okay, everything, even the birds, animals there are there. It is by the merits of Amitabha Buddha that all these are created. Okay, it's not like our mundane existence. It's not like our world. Okay, so back to our 12th vow. This is important. Okay, this we were talking about the differentiation. Okay, we're talking about distinguishing between the A and the B. Okay, this is the thing that is tying us into this existence. If we are able to see beyond, okay, that everything with us are one, the entire universe. Yesterday, 2 days ago, I was talking about you being the creator of your entire universe, entire being. Like you are the one who created me to be talking, to be giving you the Dharma talk right now. Okay, or I am the one who created you as a viewer of this Dharma talk. Okay, if let's say we look at it holistically, okay, that I am one with the universe. You are one with the universe. The universe and you are one instead of having distinguishing factors. And then when you don't have distinguishing factors, when you help other people, you are actually helping yourself. You understand this universal truth that when another person is experiencing good, that means you are the one experiencing the good yourself. Okay, it's not just metaphorically speaking, it's not just talking. Okay, but you really know. Okay, like for example, make it really simple for you to um adapt, accept and adopt this mindset. Okay, think about it this way. Let's say your child, okay, your child has a bad tooth. Okay, the tooth belongs to your child. When the child is in pain, the pain belongs to the child, right? To you as a mortal, the pain is with the child. But since that is your child, when the pain is in your child, you suffer. right? You suffer if you are, if you love your child that much, okay? You will just feel, even though it's not a real feeling, you can just feel that pain, okay? That excruciating pain when there's something wrong with the tooth, okay? And if you don't feel that kind of pain, you will still suffer because the child is wailing. Okay. Ah! I have a toothache. Ah, so painful. So day and night you're suffering. Okay. So if you are able to look at this, okay, let's fix your tooth. Okay. I selflessly bring you to fix your tooth and make sure that you are well. Make sure that everything goes well with you. Then I have no headache. So being good to you is actually being good to me, right? So if you look at companies, why are companies suffering these days? Okay, companies are suffering these days because they have a selfish competition. Okay, you survive or I die, that kind of thing, right? So it's like you will need to step on another person just to get up to the next level. It is with this kind of distinguishing, okay, it creates the selfishness, but it is also created by the greed, by the anger, by the hatred, most of it by the greed, because companies sometimes they want you to have competition so that you compete against each other, you outdo each other, and who profits? The boss profits, right? But the thing is, when you have a whole company of employees fighting against each other, you won't have peace in the business because day and night you will hear all kinds of whisperings, all kinds of gossips, all kinds of, you know, backstabbing. It is very unhealthy for the company. And because of all these things, okay, you can't guarantee that on the outside, your best salesman, okay, maybe two or even three salesmen, may be vying for the same customer because they all want this customer. Okay, they're all just fighting about this customer. So one tries to outdo the other tries to outdo another, and what suffers? You suffer because one will be asking for this kind of prices just to satisfy the customer. And the customer, knowing how to play it, will tell your salesman, hey, your colleague gave me this price. Yes. And then this salesman will be stupid enough to say, let me get back to you with more discounts. Okay, so that comes the more discount. And then after that comes salesman C. Hey, they gave you that price. Let me give you an even better price. So the price war starts. And who is to lose? You lost as the business person because your product is being used um, and sold at very low prices just because these three salesmen are actually fighting each other based on lower prices, trying to get the customer to sign with them. Okay, so all these things they are not healthy. Imagine if, let's say, all three salesmen are working together with each other. That is a different scenario. Okay, oh, when you give this pricing, oh, I can't give you a better pricing. In fact, I don't know how he can actually get this pricing for you. I can only get that much. So if you want, you can buy from him. And at the end of the day, all three salesmen only refers to one pricing. And the customer, if he really wants the product, he has no choice but to take it without any discounts, right? So who profits? You profit. At the end of the day, everyone profits because they all get a higher price for that product, right? They get the bonus, you get the profits, everyone is happy. So you have to have that kind of mindset, when you help one person, you're also helping other people. Okay? You are also, when you help other people, you are helping yourself because the lesser problem there are around you, the more peaceful you'll feel. That is all that you need to remember. Okay, when you help other people, they don't have problems. That means you don't need to go around solving crazy problems, especially these days. These days, problems are not even problems. They are just some ego screaming at each other. Okay? So, when you are able to understand this very simple understanding about the truth in relation to your relationship with the universe, if you can understand that you are one with the universe and not many, just one with the universe, no differentiation, no distinguishing between you and I, the this and that, this higher than that one, okay, glorifying some higher status versus someone in a lower status. When you don't have any of this, you will be at peace. Okay, you will experience the quiet times when you can think, when you can work, when you can do your things, and you will automatically become happier. Okay, so this is why it's important. Okay, important enough for Amitabha Buddha to set this as one of the vows. Okay, and with this one, it also leads to when you truly understand your relationship with the universe, your oneness with the universe, you have already reached um, a higher level of, even if you don't become a Buddha yet, at least you're already a Bodhisattva. You'll be able to let go. You have let go so many things. Okay? And I'm not talking about theoretical knowledge. It's like, oh, you really know, you really let go, and you really have no distinguishing with other people. Okay? That really let go, that really non-distinguishing. That is based on your sincerity. Okay? So we can end this session here today. To the next video, we'll have about 13 and 14. 光明无量愿. Okay, so see you again. Bye bye. Chant Amituofo. Bye.